not careful and no clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the backrooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you. Entity 2. Windows. Entity hazard. Class variable. Habitat. Common. Level 39. Level 88. And level 477. Architectural. The window is the most important facet of a building. Rooms would be dark and stuffy without the presence of windows. Windows let the natural light of the sun into the rooms. Windows let in the fresh air. Rooms lacking windows need ventilation systems and artificial light sources to compensate for the lack of light. Windows symbolize opportunity and liberation. However, windows are also associated with our fears. They will, on occasion, depict some creepy individual watching you from behind their thin glass barrier. Other times, we will peek outside our windows to stare timidly into the darkness, searching for some distant knife-wielding psycho in the distance. Windows can bring in both the light and the dark, because they serve as windows to our hearts. Backroom windows are entities of mimicry that assume the form of any non-anomalous window. Backroom windows are often sources of fear, anxiety, apprehension, and uncertainty, as they can lead to your salvation or destruction. Level 39 windows. Level 39 windows are predominantly treacherous and the most hostile windows species. They overwhelm most windows in the edifice, resulting in a difficulty of further studies and exploration of the superstructure present in the level. Windows placed on houses cannot possess this entity. Their nature is perplexing in some ways, as they are rarely passive and exponentially aggressive. These windows attack their prey with lustrous light, possibly convincing wanderers to approach it. Several cases of wanderers surviving an attack from these windows reported an empty, eerie, present room inside. However, these selected persons strangely forget the endeavors these windows use to attack them. Level 188 windows. Level 188 windows are dangerous and anomalous. Explorers who have entered the interior corridor of level 188 will be greeted by a hallway of unmarked doors. Entering the doors here will trigger various reactions from the backroom's windows. The effect they cause is dependent on whether they are open or closed. Some open windows display separate locations behind them. Entering rooms occupied by these windows will result in the door closing and locking behind the explorer. Once closed, all attempts to open the doors from the outside have failed. What happens to those inside is currently unknown, although anyone trapped in a room becomes immediately unresponsive after the door closes and is considered effectively deceased. Windows covered by a curtain and considered closed. Pulling the curtains away from a closed window results in the individual disappearing and the window simultaneously changing to display a new location behind it. While it is unknown if these effects transport the subject or immediately kills them without any noticeable trace, no one affected by these windows have been recovered thus far and are considered effectively deceased. Reports have indicated that window entities can sometimes replace regular, non-anomalous windows. Some observers have reported shadow-like figures moving behind the curtains of the closed windows. It is strongly advised to not interact with any windows in level 188. Level 477 windows. Level 477 windows are known to consistently switch into two states. Active state. During the active state, the window emits light. Active windows are reported to cause explorers to vanish when interacted with, and are considered highly dangerous. These windows are reported to be active during the daytime and should be avoided. Inactive state. During the inactive state, the windows do not emit light. They will be darkened until no window is present, except for the lights present within the ceiling. Windows appear to be harmless when inactive. These windows are reported to be inactive during the night, although there have been no reports of incidents involving inactive windows. Interacting with them serves no purpose and should be avoided as a precaution. Level 611 windows. Windows on level 611 will usually remain inactive until one faces a certain direction. They will materialize plenty of objects within a black void, floating in place until one gets too close, causing all of the objects to pound on the window itself until broken. The actual figure will appear once the window breaks. It will proceed to chase its victim and bring them back to the windowed abyss as a result. Level 1050 Windows. Level 1050 are one of the few levels where windows aren't hostile. They will show you a cluster of stars and nebulas, and it will seem like you're moving through it faster than light speed. It is unknown if this is real, but it is most likely an illusion or a projection. If you close the curtain and open it again, the scene it shows will change. There is currently no known way to go through the window, and what happens if you do? So because of this, it is unrecommended to even try. Windows spotted elsewhere. There have been reports of windows in level 157, level -34, level -182, level -369, level -404, level 318, and level 9223372036854775807.001. There is evidence suggesting that there is a window in level -40, but this has not been confirmed by the entity amygdala stationed there. Windows have been reported to be on level 908, but this remains unconfirmed. Oddly, windows can be found in level 990, which is a frigid and overcast series of caverns. Windows in level 990 are frameless and dusty. These windows display large, rolling hills lush with vibrant flowers. However, these windows can't be broken down in any manner or any means to get there. Currently, no images can be captured of this variant of window. All methods of photography and video recordings are compromised by some sort of interference, causing the data to only show a black screen or static when viewed. The following reports of windows on other levels have been conflicting and inconclusive. These accounts may instead be the cause of various psychological effects the Backrooms can inflict on explorers, and are considered unverified. However, these accounts usually report windows as hostile, cunning, and predatory. While they have a tendency to prey on any entity that wanders close, they prioritize explorers. These entities will also attempt to intimidate their prey by making ominous or threatening remarks and tapping, thumping, scratching, and rattling their glass and frame. Some reports claim shadowy figures, disembodied faces, and hands can sometimes be seen in the glass. Interacting with these windows may cause immobilization followed by the disappearance of the victim, although some accounts state the victim can be physically seen being pulled into the window. Window entities consist of different types of glass, which can determine their method of attack. Windows made of annealed glass can explode their glass and launch glass shards at victims. The force of the glass shards is apparently strong enough to lodge the shards deep into the body and can cause severe injuries such as blindness or internal bleeding. Windows consist of tempered or laminated glass will crack loudly to intimidate nearby explorers. These cracks can sometimes have what appears to be flesh and blood seeping from them once formed. The windows can sometimes restore their original appearance when not being observed. Some windows may show the void, which can be noted by a seamlessly endless darkness being displayed. Getting too close to any window in this state has a high chance of no clipping you into the void, as the architecture around them is often ethereal. Like most window entities, windows to the void should be avoided at all costs. Some research suggests that doors and windows on certain levels may have a symbiotic relationship. Reports have indicated that sometimes work in tandem to lure and prey. See report for level 188 for details. Due to all these accounts, avoiding interactions with any window in the back rooms when possible is considered a necessary precaution when exploring. Biology. Windows can take on the appearance of any non-anomalous windows. Windows can either appear to be disembodied from a structure or part of the walls of a structure. These entities most commonly consist of a wooden frame, but can be made of any other non-anomalous materials. The known types of glass are annealed, tempered, or laminated glass. Function. Although you can attempt to look out these entities as if they were regular windows, doing so should be avoided whenever possible. Most attempts to interact with or open a known window entity have been met with extreme hostility and thus should not be attempted. Below is a list of observations that have been reported when looking through these windows. 1. The true exterior or exterior of a level. 2. The false exterior and interior of a level. 3. An adjacent level. Attempting to enter adjacent levels via windows is considered extremely dangerous and ill-advised. 4. A false location. 5. Shadowy figures. 6. Disembodied faces or hands. 7. The void. Discovery. The first group of windows was discovered in level 4 on November 12, 1956 by Meg Patrol Operative Nathan G. Isles, one night on patrol. He reporting hearing a group of windows whispering amongst themselves in an unintelligible language. He commented that the voices sounded feminine. It is undetermined if windows have genders or reproduce. Isles claimed that these entities stopped talking shortly after he realized the source of the whispers. Attempts to get these entities to speak or interact with humans have not been successful. All accounts of this variant of window report an apparent timid nature when interacting with explorers. The first incident with a dangerous window was in level 188 on April 28, 1950. A group of 3 explorers entered the interior corridor of level 188. One group member noticed and commented that they saw an open window and a sunny sugarcane field outside the window. Out of curiosity, this individual went into the room and the door closed and locked. The 2 remaining explorers attempted to enter the door by force, but were unsuccessful. All attempts of communication with the explorer trapped inside were also unsuccessful. They waited 2 hours before being forced to retreat as they spotted a peripheral entering the hallway they were in. The other explorer is presumed lost or dead. This is your body, darkness. And remember, darkness is only a switch away.